We are pleased to be joined now by a man who I suspect has been busier this week than most people in the history of Minnesota, and a guy that obviously had a great deal to do with the All-Star game coming to Minnesota. Twins president Dave St. Peter, welcome. Thanks for coming by.
You know what? It's great to be here. All-Star Week has finally arrived. It's been a long time coming.
Well, I thought about it. It was late August of 2012 when the announcement was made. How quickly has that time passed?
Well, it's flown by. You know, obviously you work closely with Major League Baseball. We had the opportunity actually earlier that summer to go to Kansas City with a group of people, then last year to Citi Field. So, you know, we've spent a lot of time talking about how this week is going to really play out. Now that it's in front of us, it's very real. And there's all kinds of details to implement, but I can't tell you that anybody's more excited than I or our front office. It's an honor and a privilege, and that's really the way we view it. This is a once-in-a-generation event, and I think it's going to be spectacular.
Preparations have been going on over 18 months, obviously, but now as we get in within a week, you know, you look at this field, it's pristine, everything at Target Field is beautiful, and yet every inch of this ballpark is being scrubbed and polished up.
It is. You know, we want to put on a great show, and obviously we're blessed with, I think, one of the most beautiful facilities in all of sport. And I think that's one of the things we're most excited about, is it's going to be a wonderful showcase for Target Field. But beyond that, I think it goes outside the walls of Target Field, the urban nature of our park, how it connects with rail, how it connects to downtown Minneapolis, and really the Twin Cities in general. It's hard to quantify that value, but it's a big deal for our region and for our state, and we're going to do everything we can to put on a great show.
What's the biggest challenge? And I know there have been many of them, but as we get so close now, within a week, for you and your staff, really an army that is working very hard.
Well, I think, you know, obviously you deal with a lot of logistics. You know, there's a lot of elements around credentialed media, broadcast. Clearly, there's a huge focus relative to participating players and clubs. You know, you try to focus on the things you can control and not sweat the things I can't control, like Mother Nature. You know, who knows? And that could be a huge driver. The thing that's changed about the All-Star game more than anything else is everything that happens away from Target Field. So Fan Fest, the Color Run, the free concert at TCF Bank Stadium. There's a lot of work being done in those areas, all aimed at allowing the community to engage in this wonderful event.
Not everyone will have a chance to be at the All-Star game, but there are many opportunities, and I think Fan Fest is one of the best.
No doubt. Fan Fest, again, a wonderful showcase of baseball, all things baseball, wonderful family event. Really encourage fans to take advantage of that. The free event on All-Star Tuesday with the red carpet parade right down Nicollet Mall is a wonderful new tradition, and I think is going to be an incredible spotlight on our beautiful downtown. The Color Run on Sunday, which is a 5K run for people to engage. I mentioned the concert at TCF Bank Stadium, all the legacy giving events. It's all aimed at, if you have a ticket, great. If you don't have a ticket to the All-Star game, you can still be a big part of it, and I think that's one of the best things that Major League Baseball has done with this event over time.
This year, 3 very solid representatives for the Twins.
Yeah, we're absolutely thrilled. We'll have, of course, Tom Kelly managing Team USA, Burt Blyleven managing the World Team. On that World Team, 2 young players. Jose Barrios, a young pitcher, just 20 years old, just got moved up to New Britain, is probably right now the front runner for our Pitcher of the Year in our minor league system. One of our top prospects, pitched in the World Baseball Classic 2 years ago at the age of 18. And then, of course, Kenneth Vargas, a big-time first baseman, power threat, also having a really good year at New Britain. Then on the Team USA just this week, Alex Meyer, our top pitching prospect, came to us in the Denard Span trade, power pitcher, will pitch for Tom Kelly for Team USA. We couldn't be represented by better guys. We have a deep minor league system, and these are 3 of our most promising rising stars.
Last year, as we saw, Byron Buxton was a part of the Futures game, and it's great to see him back on the field finally after a while from that wrist injury.
No doubt about it. He just got on the field this week. He's healthy. You know, Byron is a gifted athlete, and you know, he's going to take probably a little bit of time to get up to speed, but we're optimistic he'll do well at Fort Myers and ultimately has an opportunity to move through the system yet this year. I think for Twins fans, you want to hope that he ends up probably in New Britain. And then, of course, Miguel Sano, who played in this game a year ago, just got good news this week as well in his own health issue. He had Tommy John. He's a third baseman. He's going to be able to resume throwing, hopefully swinging a bat here in the very near future. Look for big things from both of those guys yet this fall, potentially with the Fall League, with the hope that they'll go to spring training next year for an opportunity to compete for a spot on this big league roster.
Quickly, one other thing. The final roster vote that is going on right now, and you have really been at the forefront of pushing a young man who used to play here and would love to come back again.
Well, as fan favorites go, it's hard to believe there's many that are more beloved than Justin Morneau. And Justin obviously left a year ago through a trade and signed with Colorado. He has an opportunity to come back and play in an all-star game in front of the Minnesota fans. And I can flat out tell you that I know that's what our fans want. That's what our front office wants. That's what our owner wants. So we're going to do everything we can to assist the Rockies this week in their campaign. And if you haven't voted for Justin Morneau, I would encourage you to do so.
It's a classy move from a classy organization without question. You know, part of the fun of being a baseball fan is looking back at some of the history, and certainly true in the All-Star game. And when you look by position in terms of youngest All-Stars, 3 twins stand out. Butch Weiniger, Kent Herbeck, and Rod Carew. I love that kid, Butch Weiniger, at 20 years and 121 days old when he caught in the 76 game. It's great to have 3 representative of the Twins on a very unique list.
Well, we're proud of our rich history, and certainly that's part of it. And when you think about it, what's Rod Carew's first All-Star game? The man ended up playing in 18 of them, 12 for the Twins. And that's a remarkable run, and one that you know, I think we as Minnesota Twins fans can be very proud of.
Up next on All-Star Live, more with the president of the Minnesota Twins, Dave St. Peter. We welcome you back to All-Star Live, again with Twins president Dave St. Peter. I know Twins fans feel very good about the 2 representatives, hardworking, humble men that will be playing in their own backyard this week.
Yeah, you know, I think if you're a fan, certainly in my shoes, you want to have deserved All-Stars. And I think it's safe to say we have 2 guys in Kurt Suzuki and Glenn Perkins who earned these spots. Kurt Suzuki's been a wonderful addition to our franchise on the field. He's become a fan favorite. Obviously, he's a gamer. He's been a clutch hitter. He's been great in our clubhouse, wonderful in this community. And what can you say about Glenn Perkins? He's really the consummate leader. He's become one of the best closers in baseball. And you know, he has earned a reputation around this game for being that, and really happy for having a Minnesota kid in the All-Star game here in Minnesota. Wish it was 2 of them, but I'm happy we got at least 1.
The excitement of the All-Star game has passed. There will certainly be a lasting legacy in our community. Thanks to the Minnesota Twins, the Twins Foundation, the Pohlad family, and Major League Baseball. And Dave, you've got to be very proud of what has occurred. You know,
I'm excited about a lot of things with All-Star Week. I don't think anything really surpasses the legacy giving program, Tom, because it's going to be here long after the All-Star game leaves. And all the credit goes to Commissioner Seelig and the Pohlad family for really challenging us. How can we do this bigger and better? And we came up with a number of wonderfully deserving capital projects, some of which have been highlighted. And I know that those projects are going to be very impactful in the lives of kids and families. And, you know, that's really, at the end of the day, that's a pretty special opportunity for those of us that are maybe fortunate to have our health or to have opportunity to play, to give back. And from a Twins organizational perspective, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal for all of us. Dave St. Peter, thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate it. We are so excited for the days ahead at Target Field and around the Twin Cities. Great of you to stop by.
Enjoy the journey, my friend.
We will.